Hello. We are at the season of Beltane and the time of the lover goddesses in the goddess wheel. And it is a time of fertility. It's a time when you see the animals in nature starting to mate and have babies and lay eggs. The birds are laying eggs. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of blossoming happening. There are flowers that are coming out, blooming, which is the essence of being extraordinarily fertile, right? This time of sensuality and sexuality. And the lover goddesses are here to bring us in deeper connection and relationship, both with ourselves and with others. So it is a time of sexual and sensual awareness, and it is a time of healing past traumas from any type of bad communication or bad relationship or any sexual traumas, anything like that. This is a time when the goddesses come to help guide us in the love of ourselves and the love of another. So I'm going to start with, of course, a grounding meditation for us. And you'll see behind me I've got the colors pink and red. And this is the time of flowers. I've got some lilacs back there on my altar, and it's a time to be bringing, flowers in and really enjoying their beauty, enjoying their sensuality and our senses. We think about the fact that we, can see and hear and taste and smell and touch, and it's such a gift to be a human being. So just honoring that within ourselves and within other people, and just knowing that we are loved, and loving is an act, and it's also a way of being. Loving from the space of your heart, the space of your soul, is such a gift. So it's a great time to remember that love heals all. And I know that's a cliche, but it's the truth. We really live in a time of a lot of hatred and division and duality, and love can really conquer, I think, and heal all of it if we allow ourselves to show up from a space that comes from that unconditional heart. So, all right. So, if you want to go ahead and close your eyes, bring your awareness and your attention into your heart, into the space of your heart, and into your body. Start with that small flame and that flicker that we have going from Ostara, the time of the fire goddesses, and bringing that into this space of love and connection at this time of Beltane. So having that fire or that flame within your heart start to build and grow and light you up all the way into your arms and legs, your torso, your neck, and your head. We're going to send our cord of energy through the spinal cord down through the floor of where you're sitting into the earth. Sending energy down through the layers of the earth, the rocks, the soil, past the bones of our ancestors, past the underground waterways and the layers of crystals, into the lava layers, and into the very core, the very heart of Mother Earth. Feel the love that she provides for us on a daily basis, all the abundance that she brings at this time. Let your breath mingle with hers as you feel her and connect with her energy. We'll thank her for her beautiful gifts and her gift of love, which is the ultimate gift. And we're going to send the energy back up through the layers, through the lava, the waterways, the crystals, through all the layers of rock and sediment and soil, breaking through the crust of the earth, back through the ground and back to where you're sitting, between your legs, back through your spine and into the space of the deep love that is your heart. We're going to send another cord back from our heart space, through our neck and throat, through the crown of our head, sending it up and away, out into the day, so out of the house or building where you are, into the day, away from the earth, so sending it way out into space, breaking through the earth's core, the earth's atmosphere, past the outer planets of our solar system, out into the galaxy, sending it through the stars until you feel the energy of your particular mother star, the one that might be the brightest or the one that feels like it's calling you, place of your connection to spirit, landing on her energy, feeling her breath. And feeling the love that she provides and the guidance that she gives in the unconditional way that she gives it. Thanking her, sending energy back down, past the other stars, through the galaxy, to our beautiful Milky Way, past the outer planets of our solar system, sending it to our big, beautiful blue and green planet that we call home. Wherever you are, bringing the energy down, back down, through the day, through the building or the house, and back into your third, or to your crown chakra, through your third eye, your throat, and back into the space of your heart. Letting the energy of Mother Earth and your mother star mingle and flow. So this time of Beltane is a time of so much energy. I don't know if you feel it out there in nature, but she's calling to us to take an more active role. It's the time in the beginning of our summer energy, so it's the yang aspect. It's the time of our purest energy and our most activity. And the days are starting to get warmer, so we start wearing less clothing, and it's just a time of blossoming, time of building and continuing to grow, and the energy and the aspect of the young, and towards the energy of summer and the height of activity. The goddesses that we talk about at this time of year are the goddess Rhiannon is the very first one that comes to mind. She's a Celtic goddess, and is known for her great beauty, as most of the lover goddesses are known for their great beauty and their great grace. I want to, put a reminder in there that beauty isn't just about what the eye beholds, but it's about a way of being in the world. It's about a way of being kind and generous and showing respect and honor to others. This time is also a very passionate time, so it's a great time to heal any dark wounds that we have. We're in the opposite end of the spectrum from Samhain, and we're heading in the direction of the south. I'm sorry, the southeast, which is the opposite of the northeast, in the time of the crone goddesses. So it is, the direct polarization, and so it's a perfect time to heal old past wounds, relationship wounds, and wounds of lack of self-love. Self-love is the energy that can heal and guide us all. So Rhiannon is here to remind us to love ourselves deeply and love each other. The other goddesses that we talk about and that we celebrate at this time and that we call into this magic season are Ellen of the Trackways. We call in Olwen of the White Tracks. We call in Bloodwood, the Flower Maiden. We call in Venus and Aphrodite, who are Greek goddesses. And we also call the energy of Shakti. That image, that persona, is the essence in the Hindu tradition of goddess incarnate, of lover goddess incarnate. She is the counter aspect to Shiva, who is considered the male aspect, and so she is the female aspect. And we also call in, recently I've been reading this book, Mary Magdalene Mysteries, which I highly recommend if you haven't seen it. But in the Christian tradition, Mary Magdalene was considered a whore. And it's so interesting if we're talking about this idea of sexuality and sensuality, because women in this patriarchal culture that we now live in, are either the Madonna or the whore, and it's almost like there's nothing in between. And anyways, Magdalene is celebrated in this beautiful book as a priestess and as a lover of Jesus. And so it's a very interesting perspective, and it's an interesting way to think of it. I did want to read a little, it's a little poem that was written by the author, and I apologize if I'm getting her name wrong. It's Saren Bertrand. Saren, I think is her name. Anyway, she wrote this beautiful poem, and so I thought it might be fun to read for this season of Beltane. Dear lover is the name of the poem. I do not need you to be anything other than a human man on the pilgrimage path for love and embracing all that emerges. I do not expect you to be the savior on a white horse or the spiritual messiah of conscious relationship. I know who you are, and I am here with you. Let us walk together in the crucible of wounds, where dark nights are lit by the stars of our love. I look inside my womb eye through time. I see you have been many things: king, priest, prophet, warrior, scholar, scientist, pioneer, provider, protector, even a god at times. Let us lay these heavy robes down and enter the Garden of Eden within, where we can meet in innocence, you and I, man and woman, naked, humbled in ecstasy, where lovers' eyes are magic doorways. I invite you into my holy chamber. This is wine. There is wine and succor here, and space for your needs, your weakness, your grief. I have a sacred fire where your anger and pain can burn. I know you worry, and I have no words, only the soft prayers of my touch, where we lay, skin by skin, breathing. I feel something greater breathing us in the darkness, a womb of love that holds us together. Even when we have forgotten how to hold ourselves and each other, I will meet you here in this sacred place where the two become one. So, so this book has it, and I have been studying about Tantra and this idea of divine connection and sex in a divine way. So heading towards spiritual awareness and spiritual enlightenment through the act of sex. And I love this concept of opening to that, opening to in this time of Beltane, we are looking and thinking about our divine connections, our intimate connections. And in the old pagan days, in the old pagan ways, in the pagan rituals, a man and woman would come together as the divine beings. So they would come together in a very conscious place of holiness as God and goddess. So coming together in any intimate way should be an act of consciousness and awareness. The animals that we will be honoring at this time are the white mare. The story is that Rhiannon rides up out of the sea foam of the ocean on her riding her white mare. You know, and horses are very sensual beings, sensual creatures, and riding them is a very sensual experience. And we honor the songbirds of this time. So any type of singing and any type of connection to song is a great way to honor the lover goddesses. And we also honor the white dove, who's a symbol of divine love and divine connection. You see that in a lot of marriage ceremonies where there are white doves involved. So without further ado, we'll call in the lover goddesses. In the direction of the southeast, in the time of the lovers, we call to the goddesses of the lovers. We call to Rhiannon, Aphrodite, Venus, Mary Magdalene, Ellen of the Ways, Olwen of the White Tracks, Bloodwood, the Flower Maiden. We thank you for the gifts of passion and sensuality and our own sexuality and a feeling of love within and around us. And we thank you for this time of fertility and birth. We breathe you in, Morgan Thetis. Hail and welcome, lover goddesses. Thank you for being with us at this time and throughout the wheel. We welcome you and we bring you into the space of our heart, in the space of love.